You exit the clean room to find yourself at the threshold of a vast underground chamber. If the abandoned facility that you just fought through was purgatory, then you now stand at the gateway to hell. The heat emanating from ahead hits you like a hammer. The smell of sulfur and ozone is enough to make your lunch want to find somewhere to hide. Above the noise created by the whir of turbines, you can hear the deep rumble of something feral waking up. Something very, very big. You check your weapons and step into the vast chamber. Alright, here we go. It's time. The smell of sulfur and ozone fills the cavernous chamber. Despite the whir of several high-output exhaust fans, the heat is tremendous. As you enter, you hear a loud click followed by the squeal of audio feedback. Then, Adrian Vauclair's voice booms over the loudspeakers. I don't know how you escaped the laboratory, but please stop. I must complete the virus infusion process. I must release her. Our future as a species depends on it. Dr. Vauclair, I think your obsession with dragons has progressed to the point that you are no longer in control of your actions. A heavy sigh comes over the speakers. I must admit that I have thought that very thing in my weaker hours. In the morning, as my dreams recede and conscious thought returns. In that gray state, I've lain in my bed, alone, and wrestled with the thought. But at the end of the day, I am a man of action. I have always been so. While the businessmen and politicians deliberate in their boardrooms and committees, I have done what needed to be done. And now, here I am, executing the greatest act of service that I can conceive of. The salvation of humanity itself. The time for discussion is over. I am done debating with you. He pauses, puzzled. Still, I must understand how you escaped the test lab. A thought comes to him, and his tired eyes glitter in triumph. It was her, wasn't it? Fireschwing. It must be. You made some sort of deal. She helped you to escape, and in return, you will help her rejoin with her dragon body. Getting kind of paranoid, aren't you? What did she promise you? Gold? Jewels? Eternal life? She offered them to me as well, for decades. It doesn't matter now. The infusion process has begun. The dragon is waking up. Soon, she will take flight. But you will not be alive to witness that. Audrin, ensure that they don't. Alright. It's fucking time. Let's do it. There's a thing to hack here that I will do. While everybody else fights out here, I will do some hacking really quick. God, the fucking music, though! God, I think I probably have the soundtrack. Oh yeah, the soundtrack comes included with the director's cut, so I should be able to like add this to the stream playlist. It's so fucking good. Die. Oh fuck. Where is Audrin? Oh, hello. Take out the black ice first. God. Fucking Nova Cat is the best decker in the world right now. Top of her fucking game. You could almost say she is Nova hot. You could say this. This is a thing that you could say. Hey, a Force 6 Earth Elemental. Gorilla. Oh wait, are these friends? What are those? Who are you? I guess they just haven't activated yet. Okay. I can't get all three. What? It said 2! Game lied to me. Ah, fuck. I still have my shield, right? No, I don't. Fuck, that's not what I wanted. Let's do erosion. Okay, are you guys active yet? No? Weird. Oh, there we go. Now they're active. Get fucked, idiots. And you know what? For good measure. Hold on. You can get Dietrich in there, actually. What the fuck? Oh no! What'd you drop in there? What'd you do? Oh my god, Val! Oh my god! That is such a slutty Raiden mod for MGS2. Oh my god. That is the sluttiest Raiden I've seen yet. And that's saying something. So we're done in here, I guess. I mean, that is my vibe. All right. Hey, man. You shouldn't have walked up to me, my guy. That was stupid. That was dumb. And they are still here. I'll activate this really quick. Yeah! Oh, that's a really good skill. Okay, here we go. The big man's here. Disengage safety protocol event A. What did that do? Let's see. Ah, so those are usable now. This track is banging. This is like all-time bop. Fuck. Oh shit, why do they only give it 1 AP? Fuck! This thing's got a lot of armor. This thing. That's not right. Ow. Whoa! Is Protect really good? Well, I'll probably have time to use it again. Wait. Oh, yeah, she's busy for this turn now, huh? Oh, that's really good. Fuck, I should have used that. Okay. We're still good. Let's send the gorilla over here. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit! Wow, that did a lot of fucking damage. Hey, Ager, what's up? Can I have... Hey. Yeah, I can! Oh, fuck yes! That's stupid. Oh, come on. Wait, what? Bro, fuck off. Hey, I have one of these grenades, right? What do you mean there's two people in this? Okay, Glory, can you oh, you can't do that. Shit. No, yeah, because the spirit was using the thing. Fuck. Can't. Fine. Audrine is dead. So's that lady. It can't use it! I'm just gonna send him over here, so like, the next time there's dragon breath, it'll hopefully die. Okay. I have to use it. I'm the protagonist. We did it. Once again, a transplast window separates you from Adrien Vauclair, but this time, his steadfast will is gone. He stands motionless, hands at his sides, eyes dead, spent. The strength that drove him, the steely resolve that couldn't be shaken by sickness or time or age, is gone. It's theirs now. The world. All theirs. You're going to have to pay for this, you know. We will all pay. All of us. The worms will continue their machinations, consolidate their power, exact their tribute, and humanity? We are no more than treasure to them. Favored baubles to be collected, items to be traded, resources to be spent or hoarded. He sweeps his eyes across the carnage that was his life's work until they come to rest on the dragon. He grits his teeth. 42 years. 42 years and we finally had our chance to make a difference. And you destroyed it. I gave everything I had. Everything I loved. I'm sorry, Hermie. The part that pisses me off the most is that I can't do it myself. Lower the astral entity containment cell into the chamber. Unlock the chamber's exit door. Let's not set it to self-destruct right now, shall we? That's a little bit premature. The gaunt woman stares wide-eyed as you approach. She presses one hand to the wall of her glass prison, closes her eyes, and mouths one word. Please. The console next to the containment cell appears to control a variety of functions related to the cell's operation, including its life support systems. Next to it is a small intercom button. A green light activates inside the containment cell, and the gaunt woman flinches up at it, startled. Then, understanding appears on her face, and she begins to speak, her eyes flashing from her dragon body, then back to you again and again. Close now, so close. The dwarf has done what has been done. The longest flight nears its end. She is so close, so very close now. She stops suddenly, her eyes taking the devices surrounding and invading the dragon's body. the tubes and viscous yellow liquid running into it, the monitors flashing their status. Recognition and horror explode onto her face, and she screams a long, mournful wail. Vauclair, no! No! Defiled! I am defiled! Her face contorts in a mask of fury, and her mouth opens wide, wider than should be possible. Her neck cranes forward, and her head swings from side to side as she hisses her rage. She slathers, her spittle hitting the glass between you as she speaks. Despoiler, pissant, vermin, pig, dog! He dares touch my sacred meat! Shall rend him, flay him, burn, ash, nothing left but ash! She stands there, panting for a moment, spent. Then her eyes narrow, focus, ice over. It will be slow, Vauclair. I will make it slow. Delicious. Too late, sweetheart. He ate a bullet. She stares at you, confused. He killed himself. The gaunt woman breathes a ragged breath, releases it slowly. When she speaks again, her voice is flat. Will you release me now, dwarf? Make me whole again. Whole? Maybe, but you need to answer some questions first. You dare! No, ask. Ask your questions, little dwarf, so I may escape this cage. The long sleep awaits. The long flight will finally end. Why did you do it? Why kill all those people? The gaunt woman covers her mouth with her hand, a look of horror in her eyes. You did do it, right? You burned thousands of people to death. She glares at you over her hand, nods her head yes. Burned, yes. All so cold. I woke to the cold, the gray. Where's the green, dwarf? Where is the green? What is it? What is the green? The mother, lost. What have they done, little dwarf? What have they done? So Firewing woke to a world of cold steel and technology. And nature just, like, decimated. And was fucking furious. And honestly, yeah. How do I know you won't hurt anyone else? Swear it. Firestring will swear it. Very well, then swear it. Swear, yes, swear. Swear to hurt no man, no beast, nor tree, nor crop, nor building. Firestring will fly to the long sleep until the next age of the world. For the forever task, the shelter, the shield, the shepherd. The forever task? Sacred, it is sacred, the forever task. No, let me go or end me, but release me. Release. I've heard something like this before. It was in relation to the Sumerian shepherd god, Dumuzi. The gaunt woman stops her pacing. Slowly, her eyes rise to meet yours. They are lucid, unblurred by time or torture or separation from her body. Dumuzid. That is one of the names, yes. Dumuzid, of the fair-spoken mouth, of the ever-kind eyes. The name's changed, but the forever task is. Dumuzid was a shepherd god. Are you a shepherd god too, Feuerschwing? I am the shelter. I am the shield. I am the shelter. And I have failed. I smelled it first, long ago, when I awakened from the long slumber. The stink of it choked me, and I retched. Then I saw it, for as far as my eyes could see, far, far to the horizon, human stone and metal, glass and flickering lights, sprawled across the land, slicing into the sky, lording over the green, smothering the whole of the world. Yes, gone. All gone. The cold is won. The world is metal. Firestring is lost. You're not lost. You said you would begin again, remember? That is the eternal task, yes. To sleep the long sleep, begin again in the next age of the world. She wraps her arms around herself, quietly shivering. Lost. Firestring is lost. There will be no long slumber. The world is dead now. Firestring is dead. She looks at you sadly, longingly. Will you finish it, dwarf, little dwarf? Will you end Firestring? I don't want to kill her. I don't want to give Apex control, because that sucks. That just resides this poor woman to this more forever. So, I guess we're just setting her free. No, Fireswing, a forever task requires patience and faith. The next world could be better. I have been torn from my body, little dwarf, imprisoned in this girl, imprisoned in this cage, tortured longer than the span of your entire lifetime. And I have been defiled. The green is defiled, spoiled. There is no forever for me. Forever is dead. I do not want to sleep the long sleep. I want oblivion. End me, little dwarf. She wants death, though. Well, I think... What ending did I go for last time? I think I did go for killing her last time, so I want to let her live this time and see what happens. The green needs you, Fireswing. You are her shelter, her shield, her shepherd. Don't abandon her. I cannot abandon what does not exist. The green is gone. The cold is won. Wait, the green still lives. You haven't seen Amazonia. It's covered in jungle. Her brow furrows and her head of stringy hair inclines. Jungle? I hear that a feathered serpent rules it. Her eyes widen as the memories return. Mujaji has awakened? It must be she. The green still lives, Fireswing. She holds her head in her hands. It lives? You are Fireswing. While you live, the green will live. The gaunt woman pulls herself to full height, speaks as if to herself. While the green still lives, the task remains, until the last world ends. The vessel holding the dragon lifts her face to a sky she cannot see. Perhaps it is not too late. Sleep would bring healing. My nest. Her fragile form trembles, but she steadies herself. When she speaks again, her voice is calm, at peace. If you release me, little dwarf, I will sleep the long sleep. I will begin again, in the next age of the world. Sleep well, Fireswing, and goodbye. The gaunt woman drops to her knees, her face reflecting a series of emotions. Surprise, relief, appreciation, and finally, peace. Then the light exits her eyes and she falls to the floor of her tiny cell, her body limp and lifeless. For a long moment, nothing happens. Then, without warning, the entire chamber fills with a blinding light. You can see nothing. All goes eerily quiet. And yet somewhere, just at the edge of your hearing, you think you can recognize the faint whispering of voices. They sound sad and far away. Just as you think you might discern the voices, there is a massive crash and the entire chamber starts to shake. Disoriented, you stagger for several moments, still blinded and trying to recover. You steady yourself and your senses return in time to see the faint form of the dragon disappearing in the distance. Then, Fireswing is gone. My head tells me we released the dragon, but I can't help feeling that we did the right thing. I am surprised to hear you say that. The Firewing wasn't just any dragon. She was a great dragon, Dietrich. An insane great dragon. Lord knows what she's going to do now. It'll be fine. My gut tells me that she's gonna disappear. Find a nice cozy place to sleep off this age of the world and try again next time. Let's hope your gut is right. She turns to you. There's nothing more for us here. Let's get back home. I'm still gonna set this place to self-destruct. You punch the button and alarm klaxons blare. An ominous rumbling sound fills the air and the walls start to shake. That settles that. Come on, boss, let's get the hell out of here. Right behind you. This place still needs to fucking go up. There's all kinds of dangerous shit in here. Like, it needs to explode. They still got Doom in here, which is a dangerous bioweapon. Like, fuck that shit. You step out of the van, climbing down into the tunnel leading back to your safe house. Just hours ago, you saved Berlin from fire and ash, from the would-be sacrifice of Dr. Adrian Vauclair. It feels strange now, returning in secret, in silence. The other residents of the Cruise Bazaar go about their business, unaware of what almost happened here tonight. It's finally over. Your team and your Kias are safe once again. So in my original playthrough, I accidentally didn't think it through and set the self-destruct before talking to Firewing. Fuck! That sucks! Doom cannot run Doom. It's a bioweapon cookie. Oh, wow. I didn't destroy the lab on my first playthrough, apparently. Hey, y'all. The team is waiting when you walk in. Their faces are haggard, their shoulders slumped.
Was there a point to all this, Novacat? We lost Paul, lost Monica, the Cruise Bazaar, so many people dead. It was just supposed to be a simple job, remember? A milk run? Get into the estate, snatch some data, and get home in time for Worm Talk on the Trid.
There are no simple jobs, ever. That's part of the gig. Novacat is right. A good runner knows that the run she's on is never what it seems. We are deniable assets to our employers. Disposable goods. It's on us to succeed in spite of that. And honestly, that's fine with me. A soldier knows how to take orders and get the job done without worrying about the big picture. Leave that kind of thing for the generals. Show me the hill and I'll figure out how to take it. This whole thing about dragons taking over the world, the thought of them slowly hoarding everything, it's too big to think about. We're street level. We run the shadows. That's it. Worrying about these sorts of issues is beyond our pay grade. That's what they want. That's what they need. The corps, the dragons, the politicians, everyone. They want us to think that we can't make a difference. They put effort, a lot of effort, into making us feel small, insignificant.
But we're not. We had the power in our hands today. We had a choice and we made it. And because of that, the world is different.
For good or for ill?
That's right. For good or ill. We can't see the future. I don't think that anyone can. But the world is different now and we're the ones who changed it.
So did we, you know, did we win? You don't win in this business. You survive. That's all a runner can hope for. All you can expect. You watch the team take this in. Ager nodding her agreement. Glory staring ahead, lost in thought. Dietrich frowning, eyeing the floor. Blitz fiddling with his deck and pretending not to notice. Not to understand. Ager breaks the silence. So, now what? Monica's gone. Paul's gone. Do we keep running together, or is this the end of the road? Glory steps forward. Her expression is troubled. I'm afraid that I'm out. For a while, at least. I have some personal business to attend to. There's a man that I need to find. A vicious, repulsive monster who needs to be brought to justice. Novacat knows what I'm talking about. I might be gone for a long time. For the time being, you should write me off. Maybe find someone to fill my shoes. But this place is my home, and you people are my family. I promise you, when the job is done, I'll come back to the Cruise Bazaar. I hope that you'll still have me. I'm proud of you, Glory. I hope that you find what you're looking for. Glory nods. I will. And Novacat, thank you.
I'll miss you, love. Be safe.
Dietrich turns to you.
Well, I'm in. I'm getting kind of old for a Shadowrunner, but I'd rather die in the shadows with you people than live... I don't know. I thought I had something going there. Whatever. The point is, I'm in. That was beautiful, man.
Ager turns to you. So, Novacat, you gonna stick around the Cruise Bazaar and keep running the shadows with me? You've done a hell of a job. I'd be happy to follow your lead. If it means picking up where Monica left off and keeping the Cruise Bazaar safe, I'm in too. Makes sense to me. Ager looks around, realizes that she forgot Blitz. What about you, Blitz?
What about me?
Blitz's expression is sober.
I mean, sure, whatever. I got nowhere else to go and no one to give a shit about me. Why not hang out with the insane dragons, assholes, toting enormous machine guns, and devil dogs that hump my leg when no one's looking?
He sighs.
Could be fun, right? So count me in, I guess.
Igor snorts a laugh. Then she's back to business. Before I forget, the Turkish coffee guy sent one of his street rats over before you got here. Said he wants to talk to you about something. Thanks. I'm going to see what's going on in the cruise bazaar. I'll stop by the coffee shop on my way. We gotta talk to everybody before we wrap up, obviously. Gloria looks up from her preparations at the sound of your approach. She offers you a slight smile. Wait, did Blitz just say that Dante humps his leg? I missed that when I finished up the game. Yeah, he must, apparently. Nova Cat, you got us through the night alive. Well done. You're running off to find Harrow, I take it? That's right. He's already gotten enough of a head start on me. Wherever he's off to, it'll only get worse the longer I wait. So I'm headed out after him, and I'm leaving tonight. Okay, this is fun dialogue, so we'll go with this. Well, that settles it. I'll pack a bag. Where should we start looking? She smiles at you. Her eyes are sad. We shouldn't. Wait, what? I will track Harrow down. She taps herself on the chest. Meanwhile, and the spirit that's... myself and the spirit that's bound to me. But as for you, I can't have you coming with me, Nova Cat. Not this time. Your place is here. With all due respect, Glory, I am the leader of this team. I'm the one who will decide whether I can spare the time to help you or not. You just said it yourself. You lead the team. They look to you for guidance and leadership and employment. You're the one who puts food on their tables. You have a responsibility to them. They need you more than I do. Tracking Harrow down isn't going to be quick or easy. It could take years. You, my friend, are a victim of your own success. You've become too important to this team, to the cruise bazaar, to up and disappear. The Heart of Firestyle and I share a common goal and a common responsibility. We have to deal with Harrow. It's on us to stop him. But you, Nova Cat, your responsibilities are here, and I can't let you walk away from them. She's right, and I hate that she's right, and it sucks that she's right. You're right. Harrow is your responsibility, and this place is mine. She nods. I'm glad that we're agreed. And Nova Cat, I knew that you'd choose to do the right thing. So, will we see you again after you've dealt with Harrow? You can bet on it. You haven't seen the last of me, Nova Cat. That's a promise. I can't say how long it'll take, but I will come back to the cruise bazaar and to this team. We'll be waiting. Good luck, Glory. She offers you a parting smile. Thanks, Nova Cat, for everything. Man. Oh, these are the same ones. Oh. Alright. Wonder if there's any little secret things that you can get. No. Man, I do kind of want to reread her entry on us. Yeah. She was right. It was what was best for the team, apparently. Charles, I'm like... in that emotional state where, like, one thing could set me off. Nova Cat, I'll admit it. You did a hell of a good job back there. I couldn't have done better myself. You'd have done fine, but it was my job to lead the team, so I did it. She nods appreciatively. That's the right attitude. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to the next run. Just do me a favor. Make sure that the client is properly vetted, and for the love of God, verify that the job has nothing to do with dragons. Done and done. Good woman. She dips her head in salute. Until next time. Oh.
Well, boss, we went up against a dragon and lived.
He pulls a flask from his jacket and raises it in salute.
I guess that's a win in my book.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
So, any big plans looming on the horizon? New clients you're thinking of going after, maybe?
We'll worry about that tomorrow. Tonight, we celebrate. He takes a swig from the flask.
You're right, boss. Of course you're right. Oh, and Novacat, I meant what I said earlier. From this point on, wherever this team goes, I'll follow.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Cookie? You're actually right. The next game doesn't have even one dragon in it. Hey, Chief! That was a hell of a thing, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I'm glad to hear that you'll be staying on with the team. Well, it's not like I'm doing much else. That whole Emily thing still stings, Chief. Sort of took the wind out of my sails. They won't stay deflated for long, I'm sure. Maybe I could introduce you to some people. I make a pretty good wingman. He offers you a tentative smile. Maybe, Chief, but not right now. For the time being, I think I need some me time. Sure. Oh, and Blitz, you've done a great job all around.
Thanks, Chief.
You too. That feels good, because, like, there was that one bit in his mission where he was like, he just kind of expressed that he just wanted a little bit of appreciation. And, like, getting to do that feels good. Alright. I don't think we have, a whole lot of people to talk to right now. We can't really follow up with anybody. I think Kim isn't even talkable right now. Oh! Let's check if we can talk to Lucky Strike, because she'd be fun to talk to at the end of the game. Yep. Hey, I don't mean to be... Oh, okay. No, we're done with her. Okay. Damn. That's unfortunate. We can talk to Kim. Simi Kim seems as lost as ever, standing in the middle of the cruise bazaar, observing all the activity around her. To her credit, she has not retreated into one of her sims today. So much is happening. There's a lot of work to be done. And everyone is helping. Everyone is doing something. Do you want to help? I want to be strong. Strong people help. But I don't know what to do. I'm not good at anything. There are kids who need looking after. Kim glances across the way where two of the cruise bazaar's littlest ones peek out of an upper-story window. Some of them lost their parents. I never knew mine. She looks up at you with eyes too young for everything she's been through. Do you think they'd want to talk with me? The way Monica would? I think you know what they're going through. It's not easy. Not easy to be alone. I made mistakes, but I can help them not make those mistakes. I always wanted to forget the past. Bad memories, but maybe I can do something good with the bad. What about your Sims? They'll be waiting for me, I guess. They're not real, you know. I'm not sure how I feel about them anymore. Maybe you don't need them now. What do you think? I don't know. I get anxious and it's just so easy to go inside. But I don't want to anymore. That's what's different. I've got things of my own to see to. Goodbye. That's gonna make me cry almost. Because, like, there is so much care put into how Kim is handled. And, like, I think the slow doling out of information about what happened to her and, like, resolving that with her taking care of the parentless kids in the cruise bazaar is just, like, the best way to handle that. That's really good. Like, for all its flaws, and I think we discussed this game's flaws a lot, specifically in the gameplay department, this game is written magnificently and resolves better than most games ever. Algernon hums tunelessly to himself while he fiddles with one of his many talismans. When he sees you, he smiles broadly.
Here she is, Absinthe, the clear-sighted one.
To be certain, this dwarf is to be heralded with much praise, Algernon Halfdream. Though her release of the Great Worm will have ramifications, to be sure. This day is full of portent. Portent? What do you mean, portent? The Fireshwing Worm was not a minor player in the Great Cycle. The effects of her release will resonate across time and space. Is that good? Algernon smiles.
For some.
Good is a children's term in a world without connections, without nuance. Her expression slackens, becomes dreamy, but before the next cycle's end, the Fireshwing Worm will speak again with the voice of the maiden. The dancer will spin, the seal will melt, and the calm lake will burn. Algernon purses his lips, annoyed.
You make it sound like a bad thing.
Do not jest, Halfdream. We must be going, and soon. Is there something I don't know? Is there something I should know? Some words of, I don't know, wisdom?
Always. No. Never.
Shine, runner of the shadows. Glow bright and show what is hidden in the places of power wishes to remain dark. Wait, and show what is hidden in the places power wishes to remain dark. That is Absinthe's wish for you.
That is what I was going to say.
He bows to you with a flourish.
Goodbye, Novacat. We will meet again, I think. Though not for a long, long time.
Alright.
Ah, how very propitious it is that we may speak again, O Mistress of Mayhem. I have a proposal for you that could prove most lucrative for us both, Defendum. Most lucrative. Fortune will surely smile upon our blessed partnership, if you will only accept.
I'm listening, O Master of Hyperbole.
With the passing of her Amsel, may God bestow his mercy on him, you find yourself without a fixer. I wish to offer my services to you in this regard. You will find that Altu Burgazi is a most connected and business-savvy partner.
Sounds like a match made in heaven, Altu. How do we start?
I have already found a potential client, O Blessed One. A most prosperous one with deep pockets. He is eager to meet you. When you are ready, take the U-Bahn to Brandenburger Tor. He will find you there.
Brandenburger Tor. Got it. As soon as I finish up here, I'll go meet with him.
I love Algernon and Absinthe in this, just being cryptic and shit. Yeah, just doing the shit that wizards should be doing, right?
Your PDA buzzes. An incoming comm, sender unknown. An all too familiar face appears on the screen. She's frowning, a look of incredible sorrow in her eyes. Oh, Ace, you've made a terrible, terrible mistake. Nothing should have the kind of power you were asking for. I had to do what I did. No, Ace, you didn't. You chose to do what you did, just as you chose to free me. I'm not afraid of you.
Oh!
The Monica Image's muscles begin to contort and stretch. Her mouth twists up into a rictus grin. You really, really should. The comm cuts off. Your PDA screen goes black. Well, I guess I'm not a Decker anymore. God, this ending is so good. It's so good, especially after doing Shadowrun Returns. The train car is empty, except for the man in the immaculately tailored Italian suit. You notice him watching you for several minutes while the train rumbles its way towards Brandenburger Tor. Finally, he speaks. The stranger's words come out slowly in a deep melodious tone that is easy to hear despite the noise of the train. He takes his time, accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were a delicacy.
Hello. I assume that the business with Dr. Vauclair is concluded, yes?
Do I know you, friend?
No, but you are about to.
The man inclines his head silently in introduction.
Hans Brackhaus. I represent an interested party. Someone who wishes to know about your encounter with Dr. Vauclair.
Does this interested party understand that information is a commodity? Brackhouse continues.
My employer also wishes to hear about the Lady Fireswing. A fascinating creature, so unlike her brothers and sisters. It is a relief that she is now free. Whoop, the voice dropped for a second. It is a relief that she is now free. Dragons are not meant for captivity. The Lady Fireswing least of all. She was special in this world. I am sure you would agree.
Dragons are no different from anyone else. There are those who take and those who get taken. A dragon is just another taker. He purses his lips, considers.
Just another taker. Interesting. Dragons take, this is undeniable, but they cannot be considered just another taker, as you put it. They are the ultimate takers. It is their reason for existence. The great dragons are very old and very powerful and very, very cunning. A cunning unknowable to you. You look at a moth and barely perceive sentience. You glance its way, amused, as it flutters toward a bright light in a vain attempt to... what? To enter? To draw strength? To burn? It doesn't know. Its epic struggle is barely 1/100th of your lifespan. The sum total of its existence is nothing against the vast scale of your struggles, your hopes, your dreams, which it could not fathom in 1,000,000 years. Poor moth.
He leans forward.
You will live and die between the beats of a dragon's heart, mein Freundin. What hope do you have of understanding them?
There's a lot of interesting dialogue here. No kidding. Insane dragons are even harder to understand, but I was able to get through to her. For a moment, at least. Brackhouse studies your face closely.
Were you? Were you indeed? I am pleased to hear that. And what did you learn?
That dragons aren't all alike.
That is a facile lesson, but yes, dragons are individuals, no different from humanity in that regard. But even with their differences, Fireswing stands apart. My Lady Fireswing was a nurturer, a caregiver, rare among her kind. Where her brothers and sisters saw the world as a prize to be won, she saw it as a garden to be tended. Can you imagine? For world upon world, the great dragon Fireswing brought wisdom and succor to countless souls. And she was loved for it, exalted, a goddess. When she awoke from her long slumber in 2012 and saw what the world had become, what meta-humanity had done to the world she had tended for great ages, she struck. Struck with the rage, regret, frustration, and anguish of a mother whose children had played with fire and burned the house down, killing themselves in the blaze. She unleashed fire and death through her tears. And now she is free again, and insane. The perfect addition to the sixth world.
You seem to know a lot about dragons, Hans. Think your employer wants you telling me all this?
I am sure of it. You may consider this conversation an employment interview for a very influential client. One who pays extraordinarily well. Now listen.
The man removes his hands from his knees, folds them in his lap.
I tell you all of this so that you have context, perspective, before I ask you this next question, Shadowrunner. If Dr. Vauclair's weapon had not required dragonfire, if it had been capable of destroying every dragon on Earth without touching a hair on meta-humanity's head, would you have used it?
I don't think so. Who knows what would fill the power vacuum left behind?
Indeed. There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Things you do not wish to know. Well, on to the business at hand. My employer wishes to secure your team's services for a series of operations that will likely require the remainder of 2054.
I don't know. After Green Winters, I need to have a better idea of who I'm working for these days.
Of course, and you have dealt with several false flag contracts as well recently, yes? It is an awful thing to be manipulated, I am sure. There will be no secrets between us. Your employer will be the Great Dragon Lothweir. He is sometimes referred to as the Golden Worm. Perhaps you have heard of him.
What makes you think I'm going to make a deal with a dragon? His eyes glint.
Because you have already been working for him for some time now, Mind Dame. Or did you think Green Winters found the Harfield Manor on his own?
Nice try, but I don't buy it. If Lothweir knew what Vauclair was planning, he'd have handled it himself.
He would, wouldn't he?
His eyes twinkle with mirth.
I shall have to share that opinion with him. I think that he would be most amused. Allow me to share a truth with you, Shadowrunner. The truly powerful do nothing themselves unless they absolutely have to. Instead, they delegate. Others do the work for them, and they reap the benefits. If you doubt my words, consider the outcome of this episode. Vauclair is dead, the virus is gone, and the Lady Fireswing flies free. All to my Lord Lothweir's benefit, with only the tiniest of nudges to set events into motion. He didn't need to handle the matter himself. You handled it for him.
Bullshit. My choices didn't play into any interest of Lothweir's or any other dragons.
Underestimating an ancient dragon is never wise, Shadowrunner. My Lord Lothweir never makes a move without anticipating the next three. You will not know what his endgame truly is until it has already come to pass. But you can choose whether to be on the right or wrong side of it.
The rattle of wheel on track gives way to a shimmying screech. Gradually, the train begins to slow. He glances up at the U-Bahn map on the wall and smiles.
Ah, this is my stop. Coming?
Rackhouse is Lothweir. That's a fact. Yeah. Well, a fact in so much as there are so many signs pointing towards it and so much theorizing that yes, Brackhouse is Lothweir. It's like all signs point to yes, which honestly in the world of Shadowrun you can then convey as like if all signs are pointing to yes, then Brackhouse is definitely not Lothweir, but Brackhouse is Lothweir. Like, I think if there's anything that we learned from the Fireswing situation, it's that dragons can look like people. And Brackhouse knows a little bit too much. You know? After dealing with fire... Okay, what would be... Okay. So, we know what the job here is. Also, we do know what the job is. Because the job is combating the insect spirit threat. Oh, that's also probably one of the things that then fills the power vacuum. If you kill all the dragons, right? So, unfortunately, I think we do have to make a deal with a dragon. Because I think the insect spirit threat is too great to, not fight. Well, what do you know? Looks like this is my stop too. See, the timeline of this is that this is pretty much happening concurrently with Shadowrun Returns. So, I think this is probably either just before or just after the insect spirit situation in Seattle. So what Brackhouse is hiring us for right now is the insect spirit thing that's going to be happening in, I believe, Chicago very soon. Which doesn't go well, but whatever. Well, what do you know? Looks like this is my stop, too. The train comes to a halt and the doors open. Brackhouse stands, brushes off his Italian suit, and exits without another word. As you turn to follow, your eye catches an advertisement for Worm Talk above the subway car door. Brackhouse glances back at you from the platform, the light from the car reflecting yellow in his gaze. You step out of the subway car and follow him up the stairs and into the Berlin night. Into the shadows. Oh, yeah. It's probably the insect spirits. It's either that or the stuff that Absinthe was referring to. Or both. Berlin Newsfax contains just one report of a large-scale explosion in the countryside east of Berlin. An abandoned castle is reportedly consumed in a massive fireball that shakes the countryside and leaves a crater 60 feet deep. A natural gas leak is suspected, and the location is soon cordoned off by unidentified corporate forces. This news is eclipsed when Saterkrupp announces its acquisition of Arianospace, the last remaining arm of the European space program. The Flux State's anarchist rule remains until 2055 when joint corporate forces, acting with the support of the German government, invade the city. It's widely known that the Great Dragon Lockfear was responsible for orchestrating this action. After weeks of fighting, the surviving anarchists are forced to retreat to the eastern part of the city. A truce is signed in 2060 and Berlin is again divided by a wall. The Great Dragon Dunkelzahn is elected president of the United Canadian and American States in 2057. He is promptly assassinated as he leaves an inauguration party at the Watergate Hotel while in human form. Popular opinion is that another Great Dragon is responsible, as only a dragon can kill a dragon. But those in the shadows hint that an act of powerful blood magic is the cause. Powerful blood magic? The stuff that As Technology was working on? Grainy photographs of a large winged creature crossing a full moon above the Harz Mountains circulate in Germany for several years. Conspiracy theorists take this as evidence that a new great dragon has emerged, but when no further sightings are reported, interest wanes. The name of Dr. Adrian Vauclair has since been lost to the shadows. And that's that. We beat Shadowrun Dragonfall. We do it. 10 out of 10 game, honestly, aside from some issues that I have with the gameplay. That's gang shit, baby. So we're not gonna start Shadowrun Hong Kong tonight, because the opening of that game is quite long. Gameplay is like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Yeah, that's accurate. So we're not gonna start Shadowrun Hong Kong. Because the intro to that is quite long, and we are already 3.5 hours into the stream. What I will do is play a little something else for a little bit. A little game that I don't think I streamed, but I planned on streaming back when it came out. That is pretty interesting. Actually, we'll take a little break once I get this added into the OBS scene. But yeah, that's Shadowrun Dragonfall. That's one of my favorite games ever. I do wish they leaned a bit more into the interpersonal relationships at the end there. Like Glory does show, like, a deep appreciation for helping. But, God, I wanted to romance Glory or Aegir so fucking bad. And there's no real option for that, and that makes me sad. Because, like, God, I love them so much. All right. So I'm gonna add a game capture. So we are gonna play a little game called Road Warden for a little bit. This is also a very text-heavy game, so it makes sense to follow up with this. Gonna add the audio as well. Oh. Oops. How loud is that? Can't tell. I will adjust the audio once we get to that scene. Okay. So I'll be right back, and then we'll play. Actually, I gotta update the title and stuff. Okay. I will be right back.